Hi Aquarius, I hope that everybody's doing well. My name is Gabriella, for anybody new tuning in. Before we get started, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. I'm seeing something going on where you may feel a little bit suspicious about something, or like you don't trust something that's going on, and you may be trying to figure out, like, is this just me, or is this situation a relationship? We're starting off with the Four of Wands here. You may be curious about this, you may be learning about this, getting into it. There's a sense of feeling bothered or upset about a relationship, feeling heartbroken over something, also feeling like, for some of you, you feel... For some of you, this really has affected your self-esteem, is what I'm seeing. There's something going on here where you, like, even feel upset about things that you can't even change, and maybe something was going on with someone where you felt like I don't know who you were, or even like you at your best could not like do anything for this or to save this, whatever this is. There's a sense of feeling heartbroken. Now, for some of you, there could have been like another person that was involved in this also that you feel upset about, because I am seeing another energy, but I see more than anything, as much as this can be like another person, like, let's break it down in a simple way. For example, you have a connection with somebody, and then you find out that like somebody else is involved in some capacity, feeling upset about that and being like, am I not good enough? Like, do I not look good enough? Am I not confident enough? Whatever this is. So like, as much as this, there can also be another person that's kind of included in this. I'm seeing that when we take it all back to like the ground, to the basis, to the catalyst of this, it's about like your relationship with yourself, how you're perceiving yourself, your sensuality, your confidence, you feeling like you're good enough, your self-esteem, your self-worth, stuff like that. There's also something about feeling like there was some sort of issue with you expressing yourself. I'm seeing you take a break from whatever this is. I'm hearing image. For some of you, I will say this too, you may not be in a relationship. This can be you thinking about a relationship or thinking about relationships in general and feeling like you're not in a space where you want to be. And I don't know if this is like just about physicality, or this can be about, I don't know, where you are in your career, like whatever this is, it's about feeling like there's something that you don't feel like is right yet, or you don't feel square with when it comes to like you entering into a relationship. And then I'm seeing you take a break from something because it feels very stressful. Something feels very overwhelming. And this can even be you like setting a really high standard for yourself as well. There's a sense of you just feeling stressed out about relationships in general. But yeah, for some of you, you were in a relationship with somebody and you feel like it really affected your confidence. Even like your self-image, stuff like that. Even for some of you too, this can be a matter of, even in like the most simple of senses, feeling like this affected how you see yourself in relation to like you being attractive enough or not, or like maybe even in general. It doesn't just have to be like this. This can be things about like your creativity and stuff as well. We're reflecting on relationships in general. So yeah, this can be past, present. Because it doesn't just seem like one relationship, it seems like a whole bunch. Now, I'm seeing that you have been kind of mulling something over. I'm seeing there be an opportunity that you've been thinking about. Other people may not know about this. It's maybe something that you've been kind of keeping to yourself. But an opportunity is coming to fruition is what I'm seeing. I'm hearing strike up an old road. That is not a saying I've ever heard before, but that's what's coming through. Yeah, the seeds have been planted. An opportunity is coming to fruition. For some of you, you manifested this. For some of you subconsciously, not all of you. For some of you, this is like, I'm seeing you doing something in the astral realm. So I don't know if this was like a subconscious thing. You were sleeping, you were daydreaming, but there's something about you being in an altered state of consciousness when you planted the seeds to manifest this. And an altered state of consciousness can be so many different things. Could have been like practicing a mantra, could have been meditating on this, repeating this, whatever this is that you are doing. There's a sense of envisioning something, and I'm seeing you be in a space where there's like a lot of concentrated energy that's connected with this. Seeing you like in astral planting seeds in the garden that are going to like manifest, that you're going to see materialize in 3D. It may also be revealed to you what you need to do in order to take action to connect with this. You are going to be taking action yet, but you're not being called to take action yet. But your guides are kind of preparing you is what it seems like. They're saying like, hey, the thing has not arrived yet. The mail has not arrived yet, so it's not on the doorstep. So like, you don't go out there and look for it, but it will be arriving soon. So just get ready, get prepared, because action is going to be needed on your part. Okay, I will say this too. Don't shoot the messenger. I will say this too. Pretty much all of the readings that we've been doing within the last week, like as for the retro season, there have been a lot of things that are coming up from the past, and as this is like an homage to the past in the beginning about like past relationships and how you feel like your confidence was affected and how you feel like what you're rating your attractiveness scale in relation to like the people that you're connecting with and all of this stuff, or like how prepared you feel, how ready you feel to express yourself and be yourself in yeah, I'm seeing this be a focus on when you feel like most confident in your energy, like I am fully in acceptance of like me and who I am and my energy that I'm putting out there and the people that I'm connecting with, and I'm not worried about how other people are like seeing me or judging me. I'm just here to be myself, and I'm here to show up in that way because I know when I'm most connected with myself and doing what I feel like is right for me, that's when I'm my most beautiful, my most attractive, like whatever you deem your allure as. And so there may have been a relationship in the past, specifically, I don't know how many, for some of you this could be one, could be more than one, that you feel like impacted you in a way where you did not get to express yourself in the way where you feel like you could fully express yourself. There may have been like bits and pieces, of course, that like poked through, that were shining through, but you may have felt like you weren't like all together in a way where you were wholly expressive. And like, let's rewind back to where I was going. A lot of these readings have been about like people from the past. For some of you, somebody that may have been a trigger in the past for this thing that happened, you may be reconnecting with this person. Something that you wanted to manifest is here. Something that you wanted to manifest. You did this, whatever this is. You may have also figured out what it was that had you feeling so upset before about like your relationship, because there's a focus on the relationship on one hand, and then I'm seeing you feel a type of way about something or affected by something, feeling impacted in a way where there's not a sense of like acceptance and peace that's connected with this. Or feel like still looking back at something and being like, oh, that's so cringy. Like, whatever this is for you, there's a sense of you feeling that way. And then I'm seeing it, yeah, a relationship connected with you as an individual and how you're showing up, how you're expressing yourself. Maybe you feel like you didn't show this person the best side of you, and maybe that's what this is about too for some of you. Because you could have been in a place where like you weren't really comfortable yet, and so you feel like you didn't really get to show who you are even. It's interesting, like I keep getting imagery of the Queen of Wands being like a picture that you have of, you know how people will have pictures on their walls of like art or like a particular figure? I'm seeing it be like you have that, but it's of you on your wall. So maybe this is just something you're doing. I'm seeing this as being something more like metaphorical than anything, but there's a sense of you like giving yourself that same weight, that same importance, even like loving yourself and like looking up to yourself in that way. Self-love. Okay, so you successfully manifested something that is happening. It seems like you also had to turn something else down on the way here. Something that was not resonating with you, actually. Something that just would have stressed you out further. I think that, okay, you are learning more and more about like your gifts, your powers, your skills as the magician, as somebody that has an active hand in co-creating within your life. So something that you were involved with before that you felt really got you, for some of you, to a rock bottom even. You could have fallen into like a depression or been like having mental health stuff that was popping up. Feel like it really impacted you. And then there's this notion of you recognizing, hey, I need to step up for myself here. And I'm seeing you take a break from something that really just felt like too much to carry. So now I'm seeing something happening that is connected with like this, the genesis of this, whatever this relationship was, or these many I'm not seeing, for some of you, it's not one specific relationship. It was like a repeated energetic cycle that kept happening. For some of you, it may just have been one that really left a mark on you. Either way, I'm seeing you reflecting on like this particular relationship or these relationships on the cycle that is connected with this thing that you had been committed to, or these things that you had been committed to. And I'm seeing you reflecting on an opportunity that manifested. And it's one where this was planting the seeds for you to actually step up and be more active. So your your voice, your action, your energy was needed to kind of steer the direction of where things would go. And I'm seeing that you spent time thinking about this prior to doing anything about it, because you were like, you know what? I'm understanding that I'm responsible here. I'm the one in charge of how things go, and I understand too that the way that I make decisions within this is also going to impact what materializes from this situation. And it seems like something really clicked for you where you recognize like, hey, I get to have a say in this too. Things aren't just happening to me. I have like a big like stake in what happens, and I get to take part in writing the movie script as well. And so I'm seeing you do just that here. And for some of you, this was about not getting with somebody that like was coming through, but they were not resonating with you. And you knew that, at least intuitively, because I'm seeing the High Priestess be over here. I'm hearing checking you out. I'm seeing you working with the High Priestess. It told you how to do something, and how to do something in a way that you feel very good about, because you were practicing like discipline, thinking about your long term, not just thinking about like impulsively, what do I want to do right now? You were like really tapping in to make this choice for yourself. You have been. And so I'm seeing this be a really big accomplishment for you. So congratulations. Definitely getting props here from your team, because I'm seeing you working very closely hand in hand, figuring out how to do things. And feeling encouraged because of that. All right, let's look at this a little bit more. For some of you, this is a karmic cycle that you have completed. I'm seeing this be a big deal here. At first, it could have had you... Okay, so when this thing was first happening, however this has recently entered into your life, whenever this was first happening, you could have at first felt a little bit disparaged, is what I'm hearing. Maybe you didn't know what to do about it, or you felt, I don't know, there's this notion of feeling like things are happening. Like maybe even you felt like a victim within the situation, whatever this was, or felt like you didn't know what to do, because for some of you too, you could have been in a spot where like you didn't want to make a mistake, you didn't want to make the wrong decision, you were really focused on making the right decision, but having a hard time trying to figure out what that was for you. And then it's like all of a sudden through your reflection, this light bulb goes off and you're like, I know what to do here. And I'm seeing you feel so confident about this. I'm seeing this like not be an issue anymore. Like everything is great now. So something is now making sense, and it's connected with like you and your power, your power of communication. I'm seeing Mercury energy be very, very important here. So this is about communicating in a way where you are staying true to yourself, where you feel like you're truly expressing yourself, where it does not matter how other people are taking this, because you know that if you are in alignment with you and your highest good, that everything is going to fall into place. And I'm seeing this has allowed you to complete a cycle, and complete a cycle that did not feel easy to move through. I'm seeing you also be very focused on this, like, rest and recover, this peaceful period for you. So you may be in a spot where you're like, I'm not welcoming drama into my life. It's not something that I want, and it's not something that I'm going to, like, manifest into my life. And recognize that you get to decide whether or not you're manifesting drama into your life. Because there's such a focus on you being like very concentrated with your energy. So whatever this is that you've been doing, where like you may be like meditating more, reflecting more, focusing more on your peace and like things that bring you energy and allow you to collect your energy and all of that, rather than like giving it away to things that don't resonate with you. Because when you're saying yes to things that don't resonate with you, it just adds more and more stress. And I'm seeing like somebody came through and was like, hey, I'm trying to manifest this thing. Like, hey, do you want to hang out? Do you want to do X, Y, Z with me? And I'm seeing you be in a spot where you're like, nah, I'm good. Because you knew that it was going to bring more stress into your life in some way. And that it was also going to disrupt your peace too, to connect with this person. That's not to say you're not attracted to this person. I'm seeing somebody that has some sort of appeal to you. So there are elements of this being fun, but you feel like it would be costing you your peace. So. And you've been collaborating with the High Priestess. You've been collaborating with your higher self. I'm hearing which makes things much easier. I'm looking at Virgo, Mercury, Saturn, Gemini. For some of you, this person that you've been dealing with has a particular Gemini placement that is connected with like their interpersonal relationships. That could be you too. Let's just see anything else. Anything else that the guides want to be pointing out. Focus on your path, focus on your mission, focus on the work that you're doing. Focus on your responsibilities, what you're meant to be getting done. There may be some new stuff that's going to be popping up for you, but it's not time yet. So be patient, work things out. It seems like there's more and more that's being revealed to you about like your purpose in general, what you're doing, what you're meant to be doing. I'm hearing follow the lead. Follow the lead, follow the steps. I'm seeing actually stones that go across a body of water, and I'm seeing somebody like hopping to each of them to get across to the other side. You are adjusting through the expansion of your understanding to what it is that you came here to do. So it seems like the more knowledge that you gain, the more truth that you gain, the more connected you feel with what you're doing, and you feel more sure of that as well. Especially at times when you feel confused about that, because for some of you, you could be wondering is what I'm hearing. Like, what am I supposed to be doing here? Why am I here? What is my purpose? Maybe you understand some of your purpose, but not all of it. It just seems like there is a lot that is connected with you and what you're doing, and some of it is more of a conscious, active initiative effort. Other things you don't really have to do much in order to like complete certain things that you're meant to be doing. But just give it time. I'm hearing all will be revealed. So just move through it. I like to remind myself of this whenever I get in a spot where I feel frustrated because I feel like I'm not getting something, or that like I should be able to figure this out, or like frustrated like there's static between like my guides and I when I'm trying to connect. Whatever it is that you are meant to know, it will be communicated with you in some way, shape, or form. So if there is something that you don't know or something that you haven't figured out yet, it's because it's not time. So just keep that in mind. Because I am seeing there be some things here where there's not like a full awareness, there's not a full understanding, there's not like the complete grasping of like all of the knowledge or all of the information, what have you. And there's still a sense of feeling kind of foggy about some of this. The more that you sit within this and work with it rather than fighting against it, just move with the rhythm. Things are going to click, things are going to make sense, and they will happen at exactly the right time. I'm looking at Sag and Neptune here. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for connecting. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.